Greetings, YouTube. Today we're taking a look at a Kobalt ratcheting bit driver. Now this is a bit driver that has built-in double-ended bits right here. They come with it. And here is the mechanism. And you literally hold it like this, and you do that, and you want to change the direction. You flick it like that, and the direction changes, even though your action does not. It has a locking collar, which is a really nice feature. Bits are stored right here, so you put the collar, put the bit in like that, lock it, and it gives you quite a bit of reach. This right here is a Thomson square drive and bit, which is a nice feature. And what's the other side on this one? This is a smaller Thomson. And you reload them like that. Clunk. And then you grab the next one, which is, what's this one? This is a star drive and a star drive. Okay. Sometimes they'll have, I've seen these, they have mixed bits. But like this. Now, one of the things I like about this is, even though it's giving you the option of 12 different built-in bits, because of the way this is designed, you can use standard bits. This is a longer standard bit, but it's still a standard bit. Nothing out of the ordinary for this one. But that means it's not going to have the same kind of reach, but it's still going to do the exact same bit of action. And I've actually used this and found it quite comfortable. I like the fact that when you have it in a fastener, when you're pushing against it, you can do the action without having to hold this. You just, because you're getting resistance. Right now I have no resistance because it's not doing anything. And I also was fascinated by this clutch mechanism in here, because it's a clever little design. I will freely admit I've used this, but I've not used it for years, so I have no idea what the wear characteristics on this mechanism are. So I cannot tell you about that. But I have used it. I will say the one thing is, to me, this is not a toolbox tool to like take to a job, because it's a hefty tool. This weighs a fair amount. It is not a light tool. And if you have specific bits that you use regularly that aren't on here, there is no online, and there's no onboard storage for carrying one that you may not be, that don't come with it. And getting more of these is going to be difficult, because, you know, they're double bits like this of this length are not common. Though I do own another one. Let me grab that one. This is the roll gear, and this is the one I use almost all the time. This is my favorite one, I freely admit it. I like this one, but this is my favorite. And this also has the same problem, has the same thing. It has the same kind of double bending bits, which is, you know, can be a pain, because you only get on board with this one, it carries 8 here and plus 1 in the barrel. Oh no, sorry. 12 here, it's the same 12, but in one of the barrels, so you get 14, but it's just magnets on this one. It's just a magnet. And unless you have super long bits like this, if you use a standard bit, it is monstrously hard to get out of there, because it disappears. Now, it's a good quality magnet. Do not get me wrong. It is a good quality magnet holding that in place. And because this is flat, it sticks in there quite firmly, as opposed to having to point. It's not quite as, but you're also pushing. However, I've had this come off on me because I had the bit like a star drive or a square drive, and I'm taking something out, and it gave me enough resistance that it did that. With this tool, because the bit blocks in there, you're never going to have to worry about the bit sticking in your fastener when you're removing it. It's just not going to. It's going to come with you as opposed to the bit staying with the fastener. And I've had that happen more than once in my day, and I imagine most people out there who've used bit drivers have also had that happen. And so this is better for additional bits that don't come included with it. This is lighter. It's I think ergonomically it's a superior design, and I love this tool. It's my go-to for a driver, but I can't use standard bits in here because they disappear. They barely stick outside of this thing, and I have to literally get a pair of pliers to pull it out, which is not convenient, and there's no locking mechanism like this one has. So I love this thing, but it doesn't mean that this doesn't have its features that in some ways can make it superior depending on your application. This roll gear fits most of my daily tasks when it comes to having to remove fasteners or drive fasteners in my apartment. Okay, in my shop, I have many other options, and I'm doing much more heavy-duty work. This is not going to cut it. And this is one I picked up because I thought it was cool looking and it was reasonably priced. I think it was in the $20 range. I do not remember. I bought this a while ago. And I like just the simple thumb mechanism. Sorry, I've got arthritis. It makes this difficult. There we go. It makes it difficult sometimes for me to slide things in that particular manner, pushing them forward. And I thought it was cool. And it is cool. And it's something that I'm going to keep around for the fact that I know I can lock a bit in there. But it may not be my go-to driver, but it's definitely going to be one that I may turn to at times because it's got the ratcheting mechanism, onboard bits, and things don't fall out of here. So if I need to use a bit like this, I'm not going to have to worry about it falling out. Something which, this can do because it's only held in with a magnet, and this one is only held in by a very small amount of metal because that you're just got that magnetic tip against this. You know what I mean? That's not a lot of surface area. Whereas this, it locks in. I appreciate that. So I think for a general purpose around the house, kitchen drawer driver, this may be one that really fits a lot of people's needs. You get this plus a nice set of bits that you can get. I mean, Kobalt makes decent quality just bit sets. You're going to be covered for probably every fastener need your average household is ever going to find themselves in. You're going to have to just grab this driver, grab the bit. You're going to be good to go. You go to where the task you have to do, and you're not going to have to worry about not having the thing you need. So yeah, it's a great little tool. I really think it's cool, and I gotta tell you, I find that I have sat there at my computer like, this is just cool. I also have autism, but so take that into account. But yeah, just a nice design. Not expensive, did what it's supposed to do. I'm not sure if these are still in production because I saw them not long ago on sale. So that may mean they're going out of production or they're out of production, but you may be able to still find them online. I'm not positive. But if you're looking for a general purpose ratcheting driver that isn't going to break the bank, it's going to have a lot of built-in features, has a locking collar, which I think is a big selling point, this is one that you might want to take a look at.